14 WILI and 95.3 FM presents Hometown Threads, a closer look at our community and the people that make it go. Every week, you'll hear uplifting stories from our local businesses and our neighbors. Now, here's our host for Hometown Threads, Keith C. Rice.
Welcome into episode 127 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM, and Willimantic Today Facebook, Spectrum 192, and of course, the WILI YouTube channel, which we strongly suggest you search for it, watch. Not just Hometown Threads, we got a lot of our great talk shows up there on the WILI YouTube page. How do you find WILI on YouTube? Well, so glad you asked. You just search in the search bar there, WILI Radio, and you'll find not only Hometown Threads, not only Homegrown with J. Matt Rupar, who's over there on the other side, Fridays 4:05 for Homegrown. Of course, the Duncan Friday Sports Scene with yours truly, Keith Inquavisto and Nick Erlinson. Let's see what else is on there. State of the Art with Chris Beaudry. Look at the Neighborhood is not on there. Maybe someday. Ravings and Cravings with Ruth, and go right down the line. A lot of the great talk programming on the WILI YouTube channel. Again, subscribe, please, WILI Radio. And, of course, Liberty Bank, been with us since day one in November of 2022. It's been over 3 years of Hometown Threads now. Big thanks to Liberty Bank, Be Community Kind, with 3 great local locations across the street from the radio station at 679 Main Street. Down the street at 1703 West Main Street. I think we know who manages that branch. And if you don't, it's my lovely wife, Marianne, 1703 West Main Street. And then there's one down the street, Route 195 in Mansfield. Liberty Bank, Be Community Kind, J. Matt Rupar. If you'd be so kind, say hello to the fine folks.
Hello.
And here we go, our guest for episode 127. She's a big supporter, which I thank her very much, of our Trolley Pub Trivia. She's one of the OGs, I guess you could say, of Trolley Pub Trivia. Sherry Cole.
Well, thank you so much, Keith, for having me. And I just can't thank you and your beautiful wife, Marianne, just for making this community just a fun, loving place to be.
That's very nice.
You know, one of my favorite things to do is every Friday, sorry about that,
That's all right.
Every Thursday night going down to the beautiful Trolley Pub.
Yeah.
And
well, it feels like it's a Friday because we're going into Friday.
Exactly.
You know? Thirsty
That's
Thursday.
It's the Friday feel.
That's
you know?
right.
It's the Friday
Friday
vibe,
Eve.
You know, and you guys just make it so lively and fun, and it's a place where we can just go and feel safe and just, you know, forget about the world and focus on not remembering trivia questions, you know. But I just really appreciate
We try and make it as easy as possible times, but we, there's 2 categories. A little shameless plug for Trolley Pub Trivia since we just got into it. And it's coming up on it's going to be 2 years, I believe, in the middle of February that we've done Trolley Pub Trivia. 2 years. So big thanks to Brian and the gang down there, and Tim and Lisa for letting us do Trolley Pub Trivia. But yeah, as I said, you're one of the OG teams. You know, of course, there's Twin Peaks. There's the Ballers, there's the Drafters, Let's Do Shots, and you're Fly Girls.
The Fly Girls.
You've been, you're officially,
you're
officially, one of the OGs now. So we can't thank you guys
we enjoy it.
Yeah,
very
so that's how
much.
we, Sherry and we all met. You started coming to trivia, and then we got to know Sherry a little bit more. You're a local actress, a model, and a comedian. So you also are a Willimantic native, correct?
Mm-hmm, that is correct.
So tell us about growing up around here. And I think we're around the same age, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I'm 57. How about you?
53, yeah.
53,
same
yeah,
age.
same, yeah. Just,
All right,
just
a few years
about,
apart.
Yeah.
I like the hat, by the way.
Oh,
is that,
thank you
is
so
that like
much.
part of the modeling or acting thing?
Oh, every day is a modeling
Right,
acting thing. You know that.
It's a good way to approach life. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you. And may this year be filled with so many of God's blessings.
Before we get into you growing up around here, what'd you do for the New Year? Anything exciting?
So I just came back to town. I went to Bermuda for a few days.
Mariana, I've been there. It's always beautiful, isn't it?
It was gorgeous.
Was it a cruise?
No. I just flew in for a few days and did, my geeky historical things. I saw 3 different forts, and some of them had moats in them with drawbridges.
Are we going to see pictures on Facebook?
Oh, yes, very soon. As soon as I
Any
get
acting
around
in
to
Bermuda
it.
while you were there? Any modeling?
Well, every day, but not paid.
That's great. How long were you there?
Just about 4 days.
That's all you need, really, in
So,
Bermuda,
right,
yeah.
right. And it wasn't beachy weather. So because of that, I was able to really
It
get
wasn't
out
beachy
there.
weather. What was it like?
No, more winter. Well, it's their winter. So
Her
like
head's not
low
blocked, right?
60s, low 60s.
Low 60s.
Yeah,
Still, it's
yeah,
better than
yeah.
what we got around here.
But very, very windy. And the
Wow.
most beautiful, beautiful people.
It's right off the
just
Carolinas.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes, only 2 hours, a little over 2 hours.
It's a nice little, I
So,
can't, that's great. That was your first time there?
Yes, my first time,
Oh.
and it was my first vacation in almost 30 years. So it was.
Whoa.
Yes,
Back the truck
yes,
up.
Right.
First vacation
So,
about 30 years?
Yeah, because I've just been working hard.
Oh, well, that's great.
So
You
it was
deserve
just,
it. Nice.
it was beautiful. It was just perfect.
So tell us
Just when I
about
needed
Sherry
that.
Cole growing up in this great town of Romantic.
Well, interestingly enough, I was born right here at Wyndham Hospital.
Right here, high
Yes,
five.
I know.
Shout out to
right?
Wyndham Hospital.
Right
Oh.
at Wyndham Hospital, and then I went to grammar school over at the Horace W. Porter
Oh, you
School
went
in
to
Columbia.
Okay.
And I went to Wyndham High for high school. I have my graduate and my undergrad, both from Eastern Connecticut State
Very
University. And, it's just my hometown. I've
play any
lived in
sports
other
at Wyndham?
places.
Did you do any-
Not well. They let me play tennis freshman year.
Mary Ann played tennis too.
Oh, really? Yeah, she probably had real games and things. They only let me practice. I never had
So it
a
was like
real
intramurals,
game.
I guess you could
Yes,
say.
it was more like that.
Recreation.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, so what else? Any memories? What did you do? I know you say you do a little acting now, and I think before I knew you, you did some little. Did you do any acting at the Wyndham Theater Guild, or?
Oh no. I volunteered there a whole bunch of times. I love to just go there and be an usher and
Probably know
just have
my aunts,
conversations. Yes,
Robin.
yes. The people there are just so beautiful and wonderful, and I get to see these wonderful performances.
Why didn't you ever think about jumping on stage and doing something?
Well, I'm not a real actress, Keith. I just play one on TV.
You could have fooled me. You could definitely.
I definitely I'll dabble in it, but I just haven't had the real opportunity. I've been focusing on
So
some
it's
other
something still on your
things.
list, like you're
Oh,
not writing it
sure.
off. You'd still,
no,
if somebody were to say, "Hey, Sherry, why don't you try out for a part?"
Right. I may consider it. Mm-hmm.
Do you do you prefer act? Do you sing at all, or just act?
Oh, I do sing,
In the
but
car?
again, yes, nothing that someone would want to pay to hear. I'm more of a comedy person.
I was about to say, you've made me laugh as you do, even when we see you at
Right,
trivia,
right, but,
and you do a little comedy too. So
I
why don't you get into a little about that?
Oh,
I-
so actually, I'm going to step back a little bit about how I just even got
what we
into
gotta do,
this.
yeah.
So I had recently turned 50, and I had recently remarried my ex-husband, and then we re-divorced within a year. And I said,
Wait,
Sherry.
wait. This isn't a funny thing. This isn't like a joke, right? This is
Oh
serious?
no, this is serious.
Wait,
but you have to
remarried and then re-divorced?
Yes. And
Wow.
so I cried for a little while, and I said, Sherry, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? And I had a voice that I am telling you, I had a voice that said, why don't you apply to modeling and acting school? You don't look half bad. Maybe they need cute old ladies like you.
Oh, stop
and
that.
so they did. They needed cute old ladies like me. And so I got busy right away. Right away, I got asked to be a widow in the Food That Built America on the History Channel.
No kidding.
Yes.
When was that?
About 4 years ago.
So we could probably
5
pull that
years
up on
ago.
YouTube
Oh, yes,
somewhere?
yes, absolutely. Actually, more like 6 years ago. Yes. I am on the inside cover of Time magazine.
This is like an IMDb
with,
here.
Eric Wan, who founded Zoom.
Whoa, wait. The PBS show Zoom?
No, it was the Zoom meetings.
Oh, Zoom meetings. My bad.
Yes.
I'm dating myself.
So during
there.
the pandemic, it was hard for anyone to get together, but with actors, that's the way people put in auditions. It was with
Right,
Zoom meetings.
exactly.
And so Zoom really took off during the pandemic. And so our little bit was about actors getting together and, how we were moving forward despite things. And so I'm on the inside cover of Time magazine, which is really cool.
That
Like, how
is-
does that even happen?
How did I not know that? Oh my God! When was this?
Well, probably about
Yeah,
6
years
ago.
ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
so it
have
was
you?
like about the pandemic
Wow.
time.
I mean, you must have that frame somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So my good friend Jen Kelly,
She joins us, right?
she
Thursday nights?
she joins us on Thursday nights. She went out and got a framed copy of my Time magazine, and I have it on my wall.
Oh,
She's such a sweetheart.
Jen, that's so nice.
And I don't know if anyone knows this, but Jen and I did a commercial together for Cahood Rugs recently.
I've heard of that.
Yes, yes. So we play a couple of shopping for new carpets, and it's adorable. You can see that on the YouTube as well.
As we're going down the line here, where could people follow you? You see your commercials or your comedy acts? Is there a handle you want to throw out on YouTube or Instagram or whatever?
Well, you can just follow me on Instagram at Sherry Cole Model, and you
a lot
can
of your
find
stuff
me.
up there too.
Right, and I am on IMDb as well.
Are you really?
Yes,
Well, you should.
Yeah, I need to revise it a little bit. Thank you for reminding me.
Unbelievable! I didn't realize you had that kind of a list. So okay, so after the Time magazine, where else are you going there after?
Well, I've done. I've been so blessed to be in 3 seasons of The Gilded Age. So it's background, but it's featured background, and I always play an upscale lady. So I often get to wear a tiara or a really fancy hat.
Wow!
And I've just had beautiful experiences. Getting to be very close proximity with the main actors and actresses.
Have you rubbed elbows? Tell us who you've rubbed elbows, or have you met anyone? Any big names?
Well, Christina
seen
Brianski.
Seen from afar?
Yeah, Christina Brianski.
Okay.
I'm terrible with
That's
names,
all right,
but just a handful of the cast from the Gilded Age. Recently, I was asked to do stand-in role, which is an interesting way to see an acting in a different realm because you're standing in for the main actor or actress. And so there's a show coming out on one of the Apple networks, and it's called Widow's Bay. And Matthew Reese is one of the main actors, and I got to play a lot with him because of
when can we
my
look for this?
stand-in. I believe it's out in March. So here's
Apple TV?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing that you won't see me because I'm doing a stand-in for one of the main actresses. But I can't tell you which one it is yet.
So make sure you let us know exactly when it's coming up.
I will.
So do you want this acting to keep spiral? Like, are you constantly inquiring about certain roles and?
Well, I have 4 different agencies right now, and they do a lot of looking out for me.
Wow.
And I interestingly enough, I was able to get enough waivers to get my enough SAG waivers for the union.
Oh, yeah.
SAG-AFTRA
So you went to the SAG Christmas party.
Yes, and so I was offered the membership, and so I joined SAG, and then 2 weeks later we went on strike for 6 months.
That's right.
Right. But and I just always just count my blessings. I always say there's a reason. Things are going to happen, and I was able to do a really nice jewelry shoot for Paula Rosen Jewelry right in here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
It was a really nice jewelry piece that is constantly re-aired, and I also got to be in a music video with someone that I think we all know.
Who?
His name, he goes by ECAT for music, but he is Ethan Kukowski, and he played Carl in a show called Shameless.
Okay.
And so now that he's not a child actor anymore, he's, a movie maker. He makes music videos.
Wow.
And because of the strike, I was still able to do a music video, and I was fortunate to be in it.
You have a heck of a resume.
So it's called Out My Way.
Wow.
So fun. I play as an older couple where, he and his young friends are coming and, getting all over our fancy dinner business. And it was super fun to do.
That's great.
So I've just, and it was something that, if we weren't on strike, I wouldn't have done that.
Right.
And
Things
you don't
happen for a reason.
know
That's right.
where those opportunities are going to go. So.
Sherry Cole's with us, episode 127 of Hometown Threads on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM and Willimantic Today Facebook and Spectrum 192. Brought to you by Liberty Bank, Be Community Kind. So I can't believe all this stuff. I'm sure you still got more to mention, and we'll get into the comedy stuff. But have you been an actual, what do they call that? What do they call that in acting? An extra. Have you been? You've been extras then. That's
Yeah,
some of
for
that
quite a
stuff
few
you were telling me
things.
were extras. Because I had a radio buddy in Philadelphia who was an extra in The Sixth Sense,
Oh,
and he
okay.
actually they're going down the street and you see him sticking his head out of a car. And I'm like, hey, there's Rich. So wherever you played
Yeah,
certain
there
roles
are
like that, right?
lots of nice, really great shots. I'm really been blessed about that. One of the really cool things is that one of the first movies I was in as an extra was filmed right here at the Eastbrook Mall, and it's called Soul Santa, and it's out on BET and a couple of the Tubi.
When was this?
Probably about 5 years ago, and there's a few good shots with me in the crowd, but it's a feel-good movie. It's about a little town mall,
Sure.
Getting some boosts.
So with four agencies backing you, how often is your email or people? How often are you getting contacted with stuff like this?
Well, so after you become in the union, the auditions definitely go down.
Oh,
There's just a lower pool.
and you have to join the union, obviously.
Well, you after a certain amount
After a
of time you
certain
do.
amount.
Yeah.
So
but
explain that
that
to me. Why would they go down if you have to? After you join the union, just because of the union.
Yeah,
rule?
there are different rules for union.
Different- yeah.
There are different qualifications that you
So that's kind of
have
a
to
bummer
go
in a
through.
way, right?
Well, but
has its
like I
advantages.
said, there are definitely advantages. And like I said, if I wasn't SAG, then I wouldn't have the opportunities that I ended up
Absolutely.
having as for stand-in, for example. So when you're doing stand-in work, you are the director, the camera people, all the crew. You are on film all the time.
Wow.
So it's just like you're always auditioning. You're always auditioning.
So I know you've
it's
talked a little
really
about
good-
that. How many times would you say? How many times would you say you've been a stand-in in your whole
Stand-in.
acting career so far?
Well, I just so stand-in. It's hard to get that role, so I just started doing that. I did two Hallmark ones for like a
Hallmark.
trivia. Christmas was one I did a stand-in role for. There's another like a smaller movie called Midnight Sun that was filmed in
I gotcha.
Connecticut.
Okay.
And then for a stand-in for this role, I ended up working a whole bunch of days for it. So
So do you feel like
over
more
a couple of months.
You feel like more stand-in roles are coming down the road?
Oh yeah, stand in, stand up, all of it.
So, do you have anything in the works?
Oh,
as far as-
yes, I
Well, not just the
do.
comedy stuff, but we'll get to the comedy
Oh,
stuff.
right.
But what, as far as any stand-in or acting roles coming up that you want to tell us about?
Not right now. I've had a handful of auditions and a handful of submissions, but nothing that's
you're busy.
standing out. But right, exactly.
How many times a month do you
so.
think you're getting called somewhere? Would you say?
So it really depends. It really depends. When I was non-union, I had over 25 auditions in 1 month.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And now with union,
And now it's just the
levels off a little.
and so we have to kind of and then different contracts are coming up. Like there is an AI contract, there is this contract, there is that one, and so I think that then the holidays come. So I'm just anticipating that January is just going to be the month to just start flying with things.
It's a great attitude. Is
I'm
there
really excited about that.
What's
so.
something ultimately you wish you'd get called for, like when it comes to acting? Sorry, I keep adjusting with my chair for those of you who are watching. I'm
Well-
bouncing up and off my chair here.
So I love all the historical things. I love all the period pieces and getting all dressed up and all of that. But I think that it would be really fun to be in a superhero movie and for my grandsons. I have 3 beautiful grandsons, and for them to see their gam
Wow.
as a superhero, like flying through the air or something. I think
Well, they probably
that would
already
be
think
really
you are a star anyway.
well.
They probably look at you.
Well, I keep telling them I am. So.
You want to shout out to your family, the 3
Oh yes,
grandsons?
I have my 3 grandsons: Jeremiah, Nolan, and little Perry, and my beautiful children, Samantha and Dustin. I love you so much.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
Now, let's get into the comedy, because I have a feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've done the acting, the modeling, and then the comedy has been more recent, correct?
Yeah, I started the comedy a little bit after, and it kind of just started accidentally when one of my Agents was having a holiday party, and she was asking for some entertainment, and it was during the pandemic, so we couldn't actually get together as physically. So it was a Zoom thing again, and there were
a nice
over
little way to warm
100
up.
people, right?
Yeah, do it on Zoom. Why not?
So, she had asked if, anyone had any dancing or singing or comedy. And I said, oh, I do some comedy. And she said, oh, Sherry, I didn't know you did comedy. And I thought, oh, I guess now I do.
Did I just put my foot in my mouth?
Exactly. But I had 2 weeks to come up with something, and everyone loved it. And because of that, I got signed with someone else.
Tell us how,
it just...
You said, I'm really intrigued by this. So, okay, you have 2 weeks to prepare a comedy skit. Mm-hmm. You sit down, and how do you just come up with it? You write down stuff?
So when I was a baby, I spent a lot of time alone in my crib. And as a grown adult, I spent a lot of time alone in my crib. You know what I mean, Kate? So one of my biggest companions is a 6-foot cardboard cutout of Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And so, we would have conversations. And so my first bit was just about how we met, in quotation marks at the Stop and Shop, and how I kind of rescued him, and and so it just evolved from there. And then and more recently, I had kind of gotten out of the comedy for a little while because I had a bad breakup, a very short but bad breakup, and I was a little bit sad for a little bit. But Christina down at the laundromat.
I can't tell. This isn't a comedy skit.
I know, but everything's a comedy skit. She said, "Hey Sherry, I'm doing this comedy event. Would you be interested?" And it got me back into it. So, thank God for Christina, and it's just been super fun.
That's great. Now, when was when was the?
A couple years ago. I think it was maybe a year and a half
and
ago.
And where did it take place?
Down at Legends.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I did do it at the Mohegan Sun too.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So how many times total you been on stage doing comedy now? Or in front of a good crowd?
About 6 times. I've done it in New Haven a few times too.
Oh, so it's okay. So you got some experience under your belt.
And then every day,
Every day
is stand-up comedy.
That's right. That's right. Is it still? You've done it about roughly 6 times, as you said. Mm-hmm. Is it? It's still got to be nerve-wracking because you're just throwing it out there, and you don't know if you just. I gotta give all comedians credit. It's tough.
Yeah,
you rehearse it at home first, and then
a little bit. I rehearse it in my head, but here's the thing: I always rehearse it with the outcome being fantastic, and with the audience always laughing, and that we have an exchange, because that's what it's about. It's an exchange. It's not me just telling a funny joke. Exactly. There's a relationship that you have to develop on stage with your audience, and I try to do that as much as possible.
I gotta get.
And I try to dress a little bit zany so I can distract them with that.
You have the glass of water on the stool there and walk around. And all right, real quick, because we're getting ready. I told you, show goes by fast. Tell us a little about the. You didn't get into the modeling at all. Or did you talked about the acting, the comedy? Did we talk about the modeling?
I
think we touched on it
just a little bit briefly. I mean, that's exactly how I started out, though, was just in modeling. But I did some pretty big things. I did a modeling campaign for Bobbi Brown, which is a big makeup provider, a big makeup company. They don't sell at the local department stores. You can't get it at the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
You should use that on stage.
But I've been in a Medicare Advantage commercial. The Perfect Sleep Chair. All of those were kind of modeling things. Mm-hmm. And I love to play. I've played some super some older roles that are about 20 years above me, and I've played some younger ones too. And I just love doing all of it.
I could totally see you playing both those roles. Yeah. So. You definitely got the look for the acting. The modeling, and you got the personality definitely for the comedy. So it's like the trifecta over here.
Well, yeah, that's what you need. You need a trifecta. Since I can't sing and I don't play any instruments.
I think singing should be next. I wouldn't sell yourself short.
So that actually is one of my little dreams. Is that or my next goal? Not a dream, but my next goal is to sing one song really well, because I feel like everyone should be able to do one song really well.
Don't they still have the chorus Rice up there or something? I don't know. Up the street? What the heck? Oh, you want to do like a solo sort of deal,
Yeah,
right?
you know what? Yeah,
all right.
something like that.
Well, I'm sure you can pull some strings with the Theater Guild. Before we go, because we got to get ready to wrap things up, is there some stuff you want to plug and push for Sherry Cole here?
Well, just that to be on the lookout, my partner, Gary Fetzer, who's a bigwig in town. Well, he tells me he's a bigwig in town anyway. He's on the board of Ed, and Charlie Sheen. He's been in radio for years.
Charlie Sheen? Wait a minute, Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same Charlie Sheen.
Wow.
Although they do have a striking resemblance. They'll be, both of them will be helping me out with a show called the Frogbridge Radio Cafe.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. Okay.
And I can't really tell you all of the specifics yet because we're still working on the location and some of the other details. But our hope is to just have it very community oriented, very comedy oriented. We're going to have local, very upbeat performers come and play on stage. And so it'll be a collaboration with this radio station as well. And so it'll be 1 hour on air and 1 hour and 2 hours with a live audience, which I'm just super excited
I remember you brought this up to me a while back. And I was wondering, it's going to be maybe at the Magnet Theater.
Yes. So we're just working out details, about all of that. But yes. So everyone just be on the lookout for it because I think it'll be something that everyone's going to be like, oh, it's Friday night. This night we're going to go down there and we're going to enjoy our night for 2 hours.
Well, don't forget, we will definitely be happy to plug it, not just on WILI, but our sister station, I-98, I-98.3. It's been a pleasure. We got to wrap things up. Is there anything else you want to plug real quick, or is that?
I just want to say thank you so much for your time and for everything that you do. Me too. But thank
25
you so
minutes is good, and change goes by fast.
All right. Well, and I will see you, if not this Thursday, next Thursday after that.
Keep up the great work.
Oh, you too.
She's all about community. She's an actress, a model, now a comedian, and she's, as I said, she's all about community. Sherry Cole, our guest for episode 127 of Hometown Threads, brought to you by Liberty Bank. Be community kind. Thank you to Liberty Bank. Thank you again, Sherry, J. Matt Rupar, and that'll wrap things up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm Keith C. Rice, and in the words of the great Roddy McCumber,
bye for now, folks. Bye for now.
And that concludes another edition of Hometown Threads. Got a story for Keith? Reach out to him on Facebook by searching Keith C. Rice or email him at krice@hallradio.net. Don't forget to tune in next week on 14 WILI and 95.3 FM, as well as the Willimantic Today page on Facebook.